Hey everybody, welcome to our Texas Rangers SwingBadder recap. And as always, Aidan, welcome to the weekly podcast where we get to talk about your team.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun this week, guys.
Not my team. After one series and one series only of 34 runs, the Texas Rangers are back on the batter five. That's because they just like it too much. They finished third this week. I'll just give you a couple stats. They finished behind the Mets and the Twins. They were the first 2-win team in the standings. There were a total of 4 teams with 2 wins, 2 teams with 1 win. The Rangers were the worst of the 2-win teams. The loss today, the Sunday game of the week, the Pirates and Texas Rangers losing 8-3. That would have put them out of the batter five. That would have put them in a 500 week. They finished the week 2-4. This is what they end up with. It ain't pretty. I can't code it any more than I can, but they are currently sitting at their record is now, I just wrote about
38 and 40.
38 and 40 for $217 million, and I'd love to tell you that's all for the pitching, but it's not. You paid a lot of money for hitting. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, the money's all gone down the drain to that steak dinner we got last week. Nah, like you said, we're back to Taco Bell again. I mean, score 5 runs in total against this Royals team. It's just so easy. This Royals team has an offense that's so bad. All you gotta do is score 3 runs a game. It is not hard. But no, we can't do it. It's like the little train that could, except it can't. It just can't. It gives up. That's what this Rangers offense feels like right now.
I was wrong. You remember last week I said that this week feels like the first 1 to 3 wins? There were 2 times this week in the Rangers games that the losing team scored 3 runs. And both of those games where the Rangers scored 3 runs and lost.
Oh my gosh. Our 2 wins, we scored 6 and we scored 3. The others were 1, 3, 1, and 3. The most runs we've scored this week is 6. That just can't happen. You need an 8 to 10 run game every single week. It can't be a once a month thing. You just can't have winning baseball like that. You can't keep getting by like this. It's not sustainable, as we've said.
You're not getting by. You're out of the wild card. You're below 500. It would be one thing if you were 42 and 36 and you were getting by. And the other thing that's terrible, if you guys don't have that Twin series, the run total is so bad.
Yeah.
I just don't even have words. Like every week I'm like, something's going to happen. No, this is what it is. This is really bad.
And it's not only that, but it's like if you saw our team normally with no context of, the players or how well we've done in the past, you'd just be like, okay, this is a team with a pretty bad offense and a pretty good pitching staff. But when you know this team, it's infinitely more frustrating because you know what potential we have. And it's like the fans are getting whipped into submission. Like, no, stop expecting runs. You're going to suffer. You're going to continue suffering watching the team fail to hit a home run 5 games in a row. You can't have fun when you watch the Rangers anymore. It's just a stress-inducing nightmare all the way through. Well, they hit a 2-run home run, insurmountable lead, game over.
Let's talk about the June. So since the week starting on June 2nd, and this is when the Rockies decided they were no longer going to be on the batter five. So I'm going to compare them to the Rockies.
Have they gone 3 weeks without being on the batter five?
You are correct. They've gone 3 weeks. So the week of June 2nd, the Rockies were 3-3. I'm going to have you keep this for your math major. The Rangers were 2-4 that week. So the Rockies are up a game on the Rangers on June 2nd, the week of June 2nd. The week of June 9th, the Rangers are 5-1. The Rockies finished 2-4. 3.5 games. So now you're what? 2.5 games above the Rockies?
Yeah, we're 2.5 games above.
This week, the Rockies went 4-3. The Rangers went 2-4.
We're only half game above now.
So the Rangers, in 3 weeks, folks, are a half game above the Rockies.
Ugh. I don't know if this is a testament to how bad the Rangers are or how little we expect of the Rockies. This is just like this is turning into let's talk about bad baseball now.
I can't compare them against good baseball because good baseball gets good. This is the month of June, and they had a 5-1 week. The Rockies haven't been playing bad. This is the first week in covering the Rockies that they had a winning record, 4-3, ever all year in baseball. So the Rockies are starting to play better. They almost had 5 wins in a row.
5-5 in their last 10.
They're not playing bad. Here's the biggest problem, and the reason why I brought them up is because when I look at the runs scored by teams, they literally – I was so excited last week. I'm like, they're going to start passing people.
Yeah. Didn't they have like an 803 team OPS this month? Something like that?
They're behind Cleveland by 4 runs, 286 to 282. Here are the Rockies at 276. The White Sox are 272, 10 runs behind. The Royals, to your point, are 20 runs behind the Rangers swept them. The Pittsburgh Pirates. These are the 2 teams you played this week. The Kansas City Royals at 262. The Pirates are 257. And the Kansas City, and they are 4-2 against the Rangers. And outscored them by, what was it, 11? 11.
In this series?
In the 2 series combined, it's 11.
Yeah. And they outscored us by 11 this week.
So terrible. Yeah, because you were even with the Pirates. You were even with the Pirates, but you got outscored by the Kansas City by 11. That's crazy. I'm telling you, here's the worst part. Now you play teams that can score.
Yeah. We're going to play the Mariners. The Cal Raleigh is going to hit 5 home runs in 3 games. It's going to be a stat pad, guys. What would
you trade for Cal? What would you trade? Like, literally, I don't even know. What is the most home runs the Texas Rangers? What is the highest for the player right now?
I would trade Eovaldi for Raleigh right now. Maybe even DeGrom.
Because I swear to God, when I look at the teams, as far as a player is concerned, I'm trying to bring this up here. The Texas Rangers home runs for their team. Langford has 13.
That's the most.
Berger has 10. You have 2 players at double digits. Cal has more than your top 2 combined. By the way, if we are talking preseason, how many guys did we have at this point with 15 plus?
At least 3 or 4.
You have at least. None. Like that was wild. And it's not like the Rangers is like a fielding ballpark.
Yeah.
Home runs can be hit there.
Yes. I think at the preseason, I said there were like 8 guys in this lineup that could hit 30 home runs. It was Langford. Yeah, Langford.
You didn't say a combined 8 guys can hit 30.
Yeah, which is what it's gonna be real soon if this keeps up. Young could hit 30, Garcia could hit 30, Berger, Langford, Simeon, Seager, frankly even Carter, Peterson. Peterson has 2 home runs in 46 games.
Here's the worst part. Home runs for the season. You just played the worst 2 teams. The Royals and Pirates have the least amount of home runs hit this season. 2-4 against these 2 teams. 2-4.
And the thing is, like, if you're playing teams that don't hit a lot of home runs, you consider home runs as the exception to good pitching, and the Rangers obviously have good pitching. And so if you're facing teams that don't hit home runs, you can rely on the fact that your pitchers are really good at working the at-bats and striking guys out and not allowing guys on base and not allowing strong hits together, which is what our pitching staff is really good at, except we didn't do that somehow. We even lose to the teams that play perfectly into our pitching style. They play into our strengths, and we still lost.
So here's the question. Before we get into next week's projections, we're coming towards the end of ended up towards trade season here.
Yeah.
And Usually you want to add
Nobody's
pitching.
going to want anybody.
Usually you're going to want to you add pitching because that's what you need. You need bullpen relief. You need middle relievers. The Rangers, to me, have pitching.
Yes, that's been made clear.
And I don't know what you're going to add for hitting, but I was going to ask, with 2 games out of the wild card, 38 and 40, everything is still very much alive. Can the Rangers go and get a bat? Is that even worthwhile? Because to me, they've spent so much money on this lineup, adding a bat may ruin the bat.
At this point, if we add somebody or trade for somebody, we're just going to corrupt him. Like, there's nothing we can do. We can put Aaron Judge in our lineup, and he'll just have the biggest slump of his life, and holes will start appearing in his bat, and there'll be nothing we can do about it. We're just cursed.
Did the Rangers invent the negative torpedo bat? Like the Yankees invented the bat that had their hitters get better, and the Rangers were like, we invented this really cool bat. You don't hit as good at all, but you're going to save us a lot of money in contract extensions.
Oh, my gosh. Honestly, maybe teams will start trading with the Rangers because everyone's been performing so bad it's almost impossible for them to not start performing better, except that's what we've been saying all season. So
that's been my theory with this team. Every week we talk about the same thing. Like, how and I know the Twins are having a rough go of it right now, and I know you did 34 runs against them. How you could score 34 runs in 3 games a week ago and have so many weeks of just anemia. I don't know what kind of disease. What is it? What's
bipolar
the mono
condition.
They have mono. That's what it is. They're like what, or that 51st dates, whatever it is. What was the one that you fell asleep all the time? Where you're just talking and then you fall asleep. It's not Tourette's. That's when you're screaming and yelling and swearing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they have. Narcolepsy.
I'd say it's more like we fall asleep and occasionally we get up and start talking instead of we're talking and then we fall asleep. Our normal state is sleeping, and every once in a while we'll talk and say something interesting.
So you have no hope for picking up anybody because at this point it's like you have what you have because you've spent so much on the lineup. Your pitching is set. Then why would you need any pitching? Maybe a bullpen guy here or there, but until someone fixes the hitting or the hitting gets fixed, like I keep waiting for Bruce to just walk away from the team and then like just drive home and never come back. Like he's like I turned off full self-driving mode and ran into a tree. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, all these automatic cars, those poor depressed guys can't do anything about it now. They just get home anyways. So what do you have this upcoming week? What can we look forward to? You just played the Royals and the Pirates, and you literally, all we did is make every Rangers fan depressed. You just lost to the Royals and Pirates. What do the Rangers go from here? Who are the big teams there? Who are the mighty teams they're playing?
It's honestly more exciting to face mighty teams at this point because we face so many bad teams and not one well, that it's almost like whenever we play a bad team, like we're about to against the Orioles, we've been trained to expect nothing. We've been trained to expect getting swept. We've been trained to expect 5 runs over the 3 games. But when we play a decent team like the Mariners, we can't possibly be that bad against them. Like, we have to do somewhat better. Because if we play against the Mariners like we do against the Royals, then we will lose 0-5, 0-8, 1-3. And it will be disgusting. However, we're going to have to actually start trying as an offense when we're playing a team like the Mariners. And I think that's going to be where the fun begins. So I'm going to predict we're going to take 1 of 3 from the Orioles, and then we're going to take 2 of 3 from the Mariners. We'll go an even 3-3 on the week.
So not on the batter 5.
No.
So I'm just going to give you your competition you're half game ahead of, the Rockies. The Rockies face the Dodgers, and the Rockies face the Brewers. So in my opinion, the Rockies should have a very poor week.
Yes.
Will the Rangers have a better record than the Rockies this week?
There's no way they don't. They have to get it. This is what we've been saying about this team all season. Surely things. No. Bad boy, you can't expect that.
So this is what you have. We have how I was just thinking in my mind, we're both math guys. What would be the odds if I went to Vegas and I was like, the Rockies are going to have a better week than the Rangers this week? Like, what? My dollar's got to get me, what, $1,200 on that bet? They're facing the Dodgers and the Brewers. You're facing Baltimore and Seattle.
Give you $1,500.
Yeah, that seems about right. Yet, I will tell you, as I follow it this week, this is the story I'm most interested in. Because I didn't expect the Rangers to be swept by Kansas City. Like, I literally was like, I literally would look at the scores at the end of the day, and I was like, come on. Really? Come on. Like, you didn't get one win against this team? Like, you have great pitching. Kansas City can't hit. They are really bad. And then I was like, oh, okay. At this point, once you go 0-3, I cheer for you to lose. Like, you have a fan in me, because once you're 0-3, it's like, you want a perfect week. And I'm like, oh, if they go perfect against Kansas City and the Pirates, this conversation's beautiful. And then they beat the Pirates twice, and I'm like, look at them. They're just like that. They're out. And then they suck you right back in on Sunday.
3-8 again.
Letting the Pirates beat you 8-3. I looked at that score, and I was just like, it's just like the Rangers can't. They just keep dropping things on their feet. And it's not even like, this is all self-induced. Like, Kansas City didn't blow them out. There's not a single game, and you probably watched more. God bless you for watching them. The Kansas City was not like, 8-0 after 2 innings. They were in the games. Mm-hmm. They're just we figured out how to lose.
We figured out how to be depressed at the start of the game. We just continue to be depressing. And also, I would like to note, in the first Pirates game where we won 6-2, I think we scored 2 runs off of errors, one of which was when O'Neal Cruz refused to field the ground ball to center field and just let it turn into a triple, and then a passed ball allowed the runner to score. So that is what it takes for this Rangers offense to score some runs. We scored 6 runs this week, and 2 of them were handed to us on a silver platter. So frankly, the most runs we've scored this week is 4. Let's just keep that in mind.
I forgot about that error. You're not wrong. That was such a bad error. Like, it was highlighted on everything. I was like, he didn't even. He literally missed it. It was like, well, I guess the right fielder will get there eventually.
Let the rookie go get it.
Oh, that was so brutal. You're not wrong. You're right. It would have been 4 runs. You would have won 4-2.
Yep. And because then they also misplayed another fly ball by Simeon off the wall, and that allowed to be turned into a triple.
I will say that when you play the Phillies, that's when you can score a lot of. The Phillies misplay more balls in the field of play than any other team, I think, in Major League Baseball. I think that's a stat I read. I'm not quite sure. But the Phillies have a bad defensive team.
Well, we're not playing the Phillies for the rest of the season, unfortunately.
Well, the gifts will be taken away. So this week, you're certainly facing opponents that are beatable. The Mariners.
Certainly.
What are the Mariners? They're right there with you, aren't they? Let's look at the Mariners.
They're a couple games ahead of us.
And the Mariners?
Yes. Mariners are 5 games back. Rangers are 7 games back. Mariners with a 39-37 record. Rangers 38-40. Orioles are 33-44, 12 games back in the AL East. So you'd think they'd be an easy pickings, but we also thought that against the Pirates and the Royals, and sure enough.
In my research on Batter 5, because I do the Batter 5, I look at all the teams, I see what's going on. I think Seattle's an easier team to play right now. Baltimore has put together some really good streaks. So they're a streaky team. They'll score a lot of runs. Again, against Texas, they have games. The Baltimore will lose 8-0, but they will beat you 12-4. 12-2. So there's a lot of scoring. So what's
or no scoring?
Okay, so your highest was 6 runs this week. What's the highest run total you're going to have this week against these two teams in one game?
I'm going to say this week's going to be 7.
So pathetic.
I know.
The Orioles have allowed 389 runs.
It's still going to be 7.
And the Mariners.
And it's not even going to be against the Orioles. It's going to be against the Mariners.
7. The Pirates scored 8 against you,
Yes, they did.
which is like jumping over the Grand Canyon with a running start. That's what it's like for the Rangers. 8 seems like a long, long way to go.
Yeah. No, you don't score 8 runs in one game when you're playing in Texas. You score 8 runs over a series. That's what the goal is. It's a mindset.
Lord in heaven, you're not wrong. I'm going back. I'm getting rid of you said 7, so I'm getting rid of that week, that one series. I'm just going to go back and look. I want to go back and see. Okay. You beat let me see who you beat here. 8-1. You beat the Cardinals 11-1, lost 0-2. This is on 5/26, the week of 5/26, and then you beat them 8-1. So that was the last time you scored over 7 runs minus the Twin Series.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Wow.
On the week of 5/26. So 7 is that is a lot of runs for this team.
Yeah.
So I'll go with 7. I will say this for the Rangers. I had them. You had 4-2 this week. I had them 5-1 because I was like.
I said 3-3.
I was still right. I was 4-2.
This bet.
Yeah. So I thought they would win the week. I was like, these two teams, Rangers have it. I think they finished 500 and they'll get swept and sweep. And if you were to say who are you sweeping and getting swept by, I have no idea.
Yes. We don't know.
What makes sense doesn't make sense with this team, so I'll know after the first game they play on Monday night or Tuesday. When do they play? Monday or Tuesday?
They play tomorrow, Monday.
Okay, so on Monday they'll let me know. Are they getting swept or sweeping the Orioles? And then Seattle, then I'll know what they're going to do against Seattle. I'll just go to Vegas. I'll put some bets down. I'll be very happy with that.
And we'll use that money we make to buy ourselves a better offense. If that's even possible.
You're paying a lot of money. I don't think buying a better offense is an option.
But we'll buy better baseballs or something. You heard about the dead ball thing that's been going on? They raise the seams so there's more drag. I'm surprised we haven't blamed that at this point.
Only because there's this guy named Cal who has 28 home runs.
Yeah.
So
the catcher, by the way.
Doesn't seem to be impacting him. I mean, Aaron Judge is doing good. Ohtani's doing good. Again, maybe Texas is going above and beyond on the baseballs because of their pitching staff, and they don't want to tell anyone because they're like, our pitching's really good, but our hitting's terrible. They're like, yeah, but if we change the baseballs again, our hitting's going to be great, but our pitchers are going to go into the tank. So, yeah, looks like, again, Texas is currently sitting in 3rd/4th. They're half a game above the Los Angeles Angels. We'll see if they beat the Rockies this week. I like this competition between the Rangers and Rockies. Gives us a nice barometer of what we're looking at. The Rangers are 500 baseball. The Rockies are not. They are 18-60. So if the Rockies beat you in the month of June, you have to sell. You have to sell. You can't be buyers. I'm sorry. I won't allow it. Will not be permitted at SwingBadder. So that's what you have, folks. That's our Texas Ranger weekly weekly wrap up. I'm talk as good as they hit. I'm your host, Brendan. That's Aidan. If you find any runs, send them to the Rangers. They need all the spare offense you can get. I feel like they're headed west and they're just circling. Someone needs to give them a map, compass, something.
We need runs, points, goals, whatever you can send. We'll take all of it.
Take it all. As always, thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, share. We're here all week. We're here every week for you, helping you get through this Ranger season. Bye now.